So hi folks, Tom Morley coming at you from beautiful Chattanooga, Tennessee once again for Play Along TRAD session number 228. Yes, we've been going strong since March of 2020 with a Play Along session here almost every Monday that I've been available throughout the last 5.5 years. So thank you for joining me. Today we've got a really fun session here. We're starting the second half of 2025 with a playlist for the birds and bees. Okay, almost every tune that we're going to play on today's playlist mentions the name of a bird in the title, and of course that's got me excited because you know me and my dinosaurs. Birds are, of course, avian dinosaurs, aren't they? So we're doing a tribute to dinosaurs in a unique way. Of course, birds evolved from a very specific group of theropod dinosaurs. The theropods, which are bipedal and include some of your favorites like T-Rex and raptors, Utah raptors, velociraptors, that sort of thing. But that's where they evolved from. And they're not just descendants of dinosaurs, but they are dinosaurs in a biological sense. You can look this up, and so we've got dinosaurs all around us every day. Pretty neat. There's a really great PBS special on how birds are dinosaurs. They spent a whole hour talking about it, and it's really fascinating. But here we are with modern day dinosaurs, birds being in every title, almost every title of our playlist today. So let's get going. What do you say? The first tune is going to be a jig, a 4-part jig. It's called the Lark in the Morning. It's one of my great favorite tunes to play. It's a traditional tune that was well known on early recordings of the first half of the 20th century by an immigrant Irish fiddle player who lived in New York City named James Morrison from County Clare. And his version went on and is continued to be well known. This tune really, for me, the Lark in the Morning, tells a story of a male lark, and he's flying around a pond or a field in the morning, and he's looking for a girlfriend, and so he's flying around in the very first part of it, and in the second part he gets very excited and joyful, and he sees a female lark that he wants to see if he can impress her. In the third section of the jig, he sings her a beautiful bird song, and she's impressed. And by the fourth part of the tune, they fly off together as mates. So see if you can hear that in the Lark in the Morning. It's in the key of D. Let's keep your place. And we'll do it 2 times around, okay? At a nice medium tempo. Here we go with our first tune of session number 228, the Lark in the Morning Jig. 1, 2, here we go.
Go. What a great tune. Tells a story for me, the lark in the morning. A great jig to start our special session off here with lots of bird songs, bird tunes. Every tune revolves around the name of a bird in some way or the other. So I want to say hi to all my trad friends out there who are tuning in for this 228th session on the first Monday of the second half of 2025. I really do appreciate you all your support, and I hope you grabbed your instrument, whatever you're playing here with me today. It could be a fiddle or a flute or an accordion, or maybe a tender banjo. Maybe some of you have mandolins, guitars. It's really great to have you out there all over the country playing along with me. The second tune we're going to do is an old-timey tune, actually. We're going to leave Ireland for just a minute, and I had to do at least one tune from the American old-time repertoire. There's lots of tunes about hens and chickens and turkeys. I could have picked from many, many different tunes, ducks. So lots of old-timey fiddle tunes. I guess the old-time fiddlers were working on farms, and they came up with tunes, and they looked around and said, what am I going to call it? And they saw chickens sitting around, and that was easy to come up with a name. Cluck Old Hen is a great tune that goes clear back to the Civil War, maybe beyond. And yeah, this one is a lot of fun for fiddlers to play. There's also lots of words. You can sing to this tune. It's when you sing it in the key of A, where it should be, it's a little too high for me to be able to sing. But the words, the lyrics are really a lot of fun. I had an old hen, she had a wooden leg. Best old hen that ever laid an egg. Laid more eggs than any hen around the barn. Another drink of whiskey wouldn't do me any harm. Cluck old hen, cluck and sing. Ain't seen an egg since way last spring. Cluck old hen, cluck and squall. Ain't laid an egg since way last fall. Here we go. Cluck old hen. 1, 2, here we go. I could play that one for about 20 minutes and have a lot of fun with that one. But we got so many tunes to play today. I don't want to dwell on that old hen for too long. But there's a really fun tune that every fiddle player
out there should know, no matter what style of music you like. That's a fun one to play for your friends, and it's fun to play at old time sessions. So there we go, Cluck Old Hen is the name of that tune. On our special playlist of tunes about the birds and the bees, and I had to include the bees in there because I love this little slip jig so much. We've done it a number of times in the past on other play-along sessions. It's called the Honeybee, and so it's the perfect tune to add to our playlist. And this was composed by a flute player from Ireland named Vincent Broderick, who wrote many dozens of wonderful tunes that are played at the Irish sessions all around the world. And this is a fun tune. You can maybe imagine the honeybee going from flower to flower and doing his job, which here in Chattanooga and all the flowers that Fran has planted around the house, you can see plenty of honeybees. So we're doing what we can to help them out. Are you ready? This is a slip jig in 9/8 time. So of course the counting is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you got to watch out for that happening. 9 beats in a measure. We know other famous tunes. Of course, the most famous slip jig is the Butterfly. So when Vincent wrote this tune, I guess he wanted to add some other insects to the category of slip jig tunes, right? That must be it. Here we go. It's in the key of G and E minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2. Here we go. Times around on a beautiful little melody in 9/8 time, a slip jig called the Honeybee from Vincent Broderick. Oh, I hope you love that tune. Yeah, we're getting some good comments. So many trad friends are tuning in from all over the country. It's really great to have you guys. I guess it's too hot to go out and do anything else, so you grabbed your instrument and you're joining me for tunes. I really appreciate it. We've got some local folks from the Chattanooga area. That always makes me super happy when I see some local folks tuning in. That's why I started the play-along sessions here on Mondays at 6 o'clock, virtual versions. That's why I started them clear back in March of 2020, because we had a big group playing here in Chattanooga, and we couldn't play together anymore. And so I tried to do something to reach out to them. And it turned into this, and here we are 228 Mondays later. Oh, I cannot believe it. Well, once again, thanks for joining me. Just wonderful to have you all here. And let's keep going. The next tune on our list, we're going to go back to birds now. We're going to do a tune about a pigeon. The Pigeon on the Gate is the name of this tune. It's a very well-known Irish reel in 4/4 time. In fact, it was published long ago, as far back as Ryan's Mammoth Collection back in 1883. So this tune has been around for a very long time. It's a challenging tune, trad friends, so you got to stay on your toes, stay on the edge of your seat to be able to play this tune. It's got some triplets in it all over the place. Over and over, you've got to go in the A section of the tune. You have to go. That's E, D, E. So remember, Irish triplets always sound like the word cinnamon. And the first two notes are quick, and then you land on the third one, like the syllables in the word cinnamon. So watch out for that. There's a lot of in the first half of the tune. In the second half of the tune, you've got and so you've got some trailing up figures and trailing down. So you have to be ready to play on this tune. But let's give it a try here. The Pigeon on the Gate, a great Irish reel in E minor Dorian. And I'll play it 3 times around. I'll give you 3 opportunities here. First time, a little extra slow to get all the notes, the string crossings, and all the triplets. Okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. we go. A very challenging but very melodic tune to me called the Pigeon on the Gate. And I hope you folks can really see how I made a big deal out of all those triplets that were in there and how much that really adds to the Irish flavor of a tune like this, to not just play eighth notes but to get the da-da-das in there instead of just da-da-da-da-da. It really adds that wonderful, that Irish sound, and something that I really like. So there we go, a very challenging tune for this week's playlist, the Pigeon on the Gate. Let's contrast that now with a wonderful dreamy little jig that I think is very cute and has a very lovely little melody. It's called Leg of the Duck. I'm not sure how it got that way, but it is about a duck and his leg. And I can remember us playing this at McSherry's Irish Pub back in Fairhope, and how we would all just kind of get in the groove. It's a simple tune. It's busy, but very repetitive and almost trance-like. You can play this kind of tune over and over again and really have a lot of fun with it. I looked it up, and it's really fun to notice that this tune is mentioned by James Joyce, the famous Irish writer, in his very famous novel Ulysses. And there's some character in the book, and he sings this tune, Leg of the Duck. And here's the words. Let's see if I can do it. I gave it to Kitty because she was pretty, the leg of a duck, the leg of a duck. I gave it to Molly because she was jolly, the leg of a duck, the leg of a duck. So there we go, there's the leg of a duck. You'll hear that in here, and now maybe you'll hear those words. But let's give it a try here. A beautiful little melodic jig in the key of D, the leg of a duck. 3 times around. 1, 2, here we go. One more time. Isn't that a pretty little tune? Known as the Leg of the Duck There's a second name for this tune, Daniel of the Sun. I don't know where either of those names truly comes from, but it's a fun tune to play, a fun one to learn, and to learn to play from memory, by heart, as I like to say, since it's got so many repetitive little phrases in there. And it's kind of catchy, and if you think of the words, the leg of a duck, the leg of a duck, you can hardly not learn it quickly. So another fun tune about our avian dinosaur friends, the birds. Once again, it's an amazing thing for us all to think of how birds are actual dinosaurs descended from theropod dinos like this wonderful little T-Rex here. So that's your biology lesson in evolution for today. Hey, it's the bottom of the hour, and it's a good time for me to just mention a few things. There will be no Facebook session next week. That's the 14th of July, because that's the second Monday, and that's the Monday when I meet up with my local folks and teach them tunes in person, like I used to do. Now I do it again, so we'll be taking a break from the online stuff. I'll be back later in July on the 21st and the 28th, so you can mark your calendars, and I'll join you for tunes again on the 21st, when I'll do a special Canadian tribute and all tunes from Canada, so that'll be fun. And then on the 28th, don't forget, you can visit me at my YouTube channel, youtube.com/@TomMorleyFiddle, and there you'll find every play-along session that I've done here on Facebook since the beginning of the year. More than 20 of them, and some older ones are going to be continually added to the mix as well. So I've got a bunch of wonderful sessions that I saved from Facebook from 2024, 2023, 2022, clear back to the early days, and you'll be able to see some of those in the months to come when I publish them. So make sure you like and subscribe, okay? I really appreciate that. Visit me on YouTube and just watch a little bit, and make sure you like and subscribe. I don't know about you guys, but here in Chattanooga, I'm very excited. We started a new actual session at a local brewery, and just after one time, my brain is full of tunes once again. It's amazing how quickly they were all coming back to me, and now I'm listening to recordings of different Irish groups and Irish fiddle tunes, and saying, oh, there's a new one, there's one I'll learn. And at our very first session 2 weeks ago, the flute player played a great jig that I wasn't familiar with. So there, after a very long period, I was confronted with a tune that I said, oh, I have to learn that one. So these kind of things are really wonderful and motivating. If you've got a local session in your area, I highly recommend you make an effort to go and check it out, and you'll be surprised how different your point of view will be about tunes when you get to play them with your session mates. It'll definitely instantly change and make you excited once again, maybe. I don't know, but that's happened to me. So there's my story for the day. All right, let's play some more bird tunes here. The Peacock's Feathers is the next tune I'm going to play for you. This is a hornpipe, so we'll be giving this tune a lovely lilt, won't we now? This tune has a lot of fun little thirds in it. So dee da 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 da. It's got a lot of memorable little finger tricks in there for us fiddle players. Really, any instrument you play, the descending thirds and that sort of thing is really a lot of fun to play. This is a tune I heard first by the Tullacaley Band, although it's also well known as a tune that Frankie Gavin, the master Irish fiddle player, likes to play. So many of the tunes on the playlist today are associated with other Irish fiddle players, as you'll find out before we're done here. But here we go, Two Times Around, in the key of D with an Irish hornpipe called the Peacock's Feathers. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, yeah. Isn't that a sweet little tune? A hornpipe known as the Peacock's Feathers. So there's a good one for you guys to learn as well. I think I'll be playing that one at our local Chattanooga session coming up this Thursday. Yes. All right. Another tune that I learned from listening to the playing of one of my heroes, Irish fiddle player Kevin Burke. I love his playing and have many of his albums and have seen him in concert a number of times. He's never played this tune in concert, but it is a very unique tune. It's called the March of the Crows. I've never heard anybody else do it, just him. But I fell in love with it as soon as I heard his playing of it. And you can almost hear, like sometimes you see in a field, a bunch of crows, and they're kind of hopping around, and you can just imagine this is their theme song, right? Here we go. It's got a unique format here. You'll play the A section of the tune twice, but the B section of the tune you only play once. So we call that AAB format. We usually repeat each section, but not this time. Then we start it over. I'll play this tune 2 times around, and then you'll start it again and play the A section one last time to finish it off. So a unique roadmap, as we musicians say, for this spooky little tune by Kevin Burke called The March of the Crows. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yes, kind of a spooky little tune there called the March of the Crows. And more than one of my trad friends has pointed out how I often say that this is my favorite tune to every tune that I play, or that I've fell in love with this tune or whatever. And you know it's true. I won't deny it, I must confess. But these tunes really have spoken to me over the past 25 years or so, and I don't love every tune I hear, if it makes everybody feel any better. I was listening to, as I was walking today, I was listening to a collection of Irish session tunes, and some of them call out to me and some of them don't, and I think that's fine, that's okay. I haven't learned every single tune that there is to know, and I do have favorites and favorites and favorites of favorites that I love and that I love. I guess you can pile those words on the tunes that are favorites of mine. And every time I play them, I truly enjoy them. I really try to get the little melody out of every tune, whether it's fast, medium, or slow, and enjoy it. I do love a good melodic tune, and there are lots and lots of those in the Irish repertoire, so that's where you'll find me, ladies and gentlemen, with my favorite tunes. But I'm glad Courtney brought that up, because there's truth to that. Hey, let's go ahead and play 3 more tunes here for our special Feathered Friends session. The Cuckoo's Nest is the next tune. There's a number of tunes that go by that name. The tune that I've picked here is actually from Wales. It's a Welsh tune that's played as a Welsh or English Morris dance tune, and it's got a little hoppy beat to it, and it's a fun little tune. I can see the Morris dancers out there. Fran and I, on a trip to England we took 10 years ago, we met Morris dancers who were doing a dance in their brightly colored outfits and rags tied all over them, and funny hats, and they dance with big broomsticks and do all sorts of things. They're ancient dances, and so they love fun, easy, quick melodies. And the Cuckoo's Nest is certainly one of those. You can almost hear the Morris dancers as they maybe kick their feet up in the air or do a jump to this tune. It's called the Cuckoo's Nest. We'll do it 3 times around. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, what a joyful little tune that one is. It's called The Cuckoo's Nest. One of many tunes by that name. There's also a famous kind of a bluegrass tune called The Cuckoo's Nest. But that one's the Welsh English Morris dance tune. So we've got, let's see, we've had tunes about a lark and a hen and a pigeon, a duck and a peacock and crows and a cuckoo as well. One more tune about birds, and this is Geese in the Bog is the name of this tune. The first time I heard this tune on a recording long ago that I bought on my first trip to Ireland, more than 20 odd years ago, it kind of really surprised me because the first part of the tune is in the key of C, and that's not a common key for Irish fiddle tunes. They seldom have the key with no sharps or flats. This tune eventually moves from the key of C in the A section to A minor, which makes a little more sense. But it does toggle back and forth between odd keys. It also doesn't end on the right note either. It ends without a resolution note, and so it's a good tune to hook onto some other tune. Today we're going to just do it by itself, and here we go with the jig. It starts in the key of C, called the Geese in the Bog. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. One more time. Go, a tune with a mysterious ending, but well known. It's a very popular jig called the Geese in the Bog. The trick is to think of tunes to hook it into to make a good set. Well, there we go. We've had wonderful trad friends from the beginning to right up here to the final tune. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I'm going to dedicate this whole avian dinosaur collection of tunes to my mom and dad, who have faithfully been watching from Indiana every session I've done, and it makes me feel like we're connected every week, and I get to play a little concert for them. And hey, they paid for my violin lessons back when I was all the way through grade school and high school, and I hope they feel that it was money well spent Been playing violin my entire life and been very lucky to be able to do it. So anyway, let's finish up this session of birds and the bees with a place for them all to nest, to rest, and the rose tree, okay? This is another old Morris dance tune, kind of like the Cuckoo's Nest, with a simple melody, but it also makes a good Irish polka. So you could say that it's polka time, right? Okay. Here we go with the rose tree in the key of D. 1, 2, 3. One more time. We go. Another hour's worth of fun tunes that I hope you enjoyed. Thanks to yours truly, Tom Morley, coming to you for session number 228 from Chattanooga, Tennessee. You all take care of yourselves over the next 2 weeks. Be good, stay positive, do good things, and keep a good attitude. That's all we can do. Play some tunes, make somebody happy, and I hope I'll see you all back here 2 weeks from today. Okay? Take care for now. Bye for now.